Hello, beautiful people. It is another amazing edition of your favorite celestial TV show, Celebrity. And as usual, I am your host, Abike Adeyemi. And with me is my stubborn co-host. You guys know him, but let us allow him to introduce himself.
And I still remain your prophet, Loco Omowoli. Welcome to another amazing episode.
Right.
With me and Abike, we are ready to unleash the cha-cha-cha,
You
the
understand?
hula baloo.
What we have today is
Okay.
actually very interesting.
Yes.
Like the guest we have on set today
Yes.
is someone that
In the town hall.
you don't understand. They're like blah blah.
It's in the town hall. But we let him breathe because the poor have to breathe.
Oh, he's not part of the poor.
Okay, he's the rich.
He's
the,
part
the
of the
rich has to
elites.
breathe.
Those agba in the fold. Do you understand?
The beer gang.
But before he introduces himself, we'd like to
Yeah.
give a big shout out to everyone following this show. Everyone, we
Thank
see your
you.
comments, we
Yes,
see your
yes.
follows, your shares, everything. We sincerely do appreciate you
Thank
all.
you.
Thank you
For the
thank
bell,
you
you
so
know.
much. As usual, you will do that.
Yeah.
So guys, it's time for us to go into the show proper, and we would like for our guest to introduce himself. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, what should I answer for? Is it the male or the female?
Whichever.
I
Your
know
call.
you like female, because.
Look, why are you jealous?
Okay.
Why are you
Alright.
jealous?
Okay, let's just call it. Okay, good afternoon, everybody.
Good
Okay.
afternoon.
So it will be a partial strike.
No fight.
All right, my name is Olawale, also known as Zamani, Lagos. So I'm the guest for today
It's plenty.
on Celebrity.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me. So I'm happy to be here too.
Thank you so much, Zamani. Thank you for
You're
coming.
welcome.
You've introduced yourself, your name, but we would like to have a proper introduction of who Zamani is.
Okay. In brief, my name is still my name. That's Tosin Olawale.
Right.
And my name is also Zamani, Lagos. I'm a member of Celestial Church of Christ. I worship at Mafoloku Model Parish 1. Yeah, so if you want to come to my church, just put it on the map. Mafoloku Model Parish 1. You see it's a long one, fine area.
Zamani is literally inviting people to his church.
No, Adva,
No,
you're
not
going to pay.
see.
You're going to pay for
Zamani
that.
is bringing people to his church.
Abba.
So let me talk. Now, you people will not allow me to
Yeah,
talk.
talk.
So another good thing is I'm a member of the church, not just a member. I'm a PR person, and I'm also the team lead for Sultana Abuse Campaign. Majorly is a project that's been ordained by God. What we do is just to make sure that our people understand the difference between the garment and costume. Our garment is not a costume. It's the only regalia that we need to use to worship our maker in the sanctuary. So I also have some other life projects that I do. I'm a fashionista, I'm a wardrobe manager. So I have a lot of things around me that is very engaging and educative. So maybe when we get there, we'll talk more about my profile. So and also I'm a father too.
Oh, okay. He's a father too. Definitely a married man.
So a married man that has a child.
That has a child.
So we can't, because you can't put your marriage certificate on your head and walk around the street.
But where's the
Oh.
ring, sir? Where's the ring?
The ring. No, the thing is, I actually have issues with my hands. Most like I always have.
Okay, that particular finger.
That particular
Yeah.
finger is having problems.
Alright.
Oh no.
But
Yeah, the doctors in the baby.
it's glad that he literally mentioned the fact that he's
Because he
married.
never asked me to do, and I did
And
that
you did
myself.
that. Wow,
So what
that's
else?
such a
Is it proud- is it
gentleman.
proud
That's
married man?
nice.
Can we move on?
Of course we can. Thank you so much for that introduction. But we would want to know your educational background.
Okay. So now, where should I start from? My primary school.
You have the floor.
Okay, I went to a particular primary school called Ajibulu Primary School. From there, I later went to Bosworth College. So because of, how the whole country is now, so I finished my secondary school from Oshodi High School. Oshodi High School is one of the most prestigious secondary schools in Lagos.
No, you already mentioned it. You said he's a PR person, so
Okay.
definitely
Why are you trying to cut me
you
short?
should
Okay, sorry.
you should expect it.
Yeah, so later I did my Hindi in LASPO, but later issue and all. But I have to finish up in Yabatech anyway, from LASPO to Yabatech. So I actually do the two Lagos schools. So I'm happy to say that every of my education was practically in Lagos.
That's
what
So
is
that's
Zamani
actually
of
how come
Lagos.
exactly. So part of the brand, like knowing more places in Lagos and all. So after that, we started the street business, trying to make up like
Street
so,
business.
Yeah, street business.
Nightlife. It couldn't even jail.
Okay, thank you so much for that.
Okay.
As a celestial, were you born and brought up in the celestial fold, or you changed the fold at some point?
Yeah, I actually joined the fold at some point. I wasn't born and bred as a celestial, but I was born and brought up as a Christian, a Bible believer person that understood what gospel is all about. And to the glory of God, I joined the church not because of I have a personal issue with my other people, but because it has been ordained by God that this is where I'm going to be at some certain time of my life. So I'm glad to be here, and I'll continue to do my best to make the church look better.
We welcome you to our food because we
Thank
were
you.
born here, so we have to welcome
Oh,
you.
you're born.
I was born here. I was
Okay, how
born
are
here.
you?
Like Nigeria. How are you, Dupe Gongori? So we welcome you to our food.
Thank you very much for welcoming me.
Okay, thank you. So you already mentioned he's married. He has.
What's your
kid.
favorite meal? Like Zamani.
Let me see. For me, when I was younger, I do have favorite, but now anything that comes from the house is a food. You understand? So once they make something that is not delicious, then it's not your favorite. But when they make any meal that you are so much in love with, if you don't dictate when you're in the house, so they bring it into the table. You just make the provision, so they bring it.
Gentleman.
That's all.
That's good.
Okay, that's nice. As one of the youths that actually has a voice in the celestial fold, we see you definitely know you can't be too humble. We know that. We see all of that, right? Both online and offline, right? We see all of that, and we give kudos to you for everything you do for the church, for representing the church the way you do. I would like you to speak on what actually prompted the movement of the don't abuse the sultana. You mentioned that earlier in your introduction. Can you give more insight on that?
Okay, sometimes in the year 2021, we actually had Makoko, yes, I can remember vividly, for their yearly adult harvest anniversary. So along the line, we could pick up some pay about people. I think they are coming from a set. Maybe like all these guys that do skits and all. You know, it was an harvest day, so you might not be able to recognize different people with what they actually look like. You might actually thought they're hall members. So they came up down from the bus, but because of that, where we parked, it was a little bit far from the church premises. So that was why I was able to deduce whether these people are actually content creators or they are members of the church. So I saw a very young lady. She wore the our prophetess loin. She tied around her waist, and she was wearing a round. So I was so confused in the first beginning, like in this church that I know the prophet is always put on the four corner, while the blue, but this one is wearing round and putting on blue. When I now check the car very well, it's actually his chef car. I was like, what's up? So with my own, let me say, mind and everything, I just have to approach them politely, and I have to get the information right. And I found out that these people are actually content creators. They're like skit makers. So nothing too serious about their life, just because they just want to have that thing on set. So like, yo, this has to be another interpretation of the church. Let me tell you what you don't know. The fact that you actually put on this, if a 5-year-old child sees this and went out there to interpret the kind of costume, because my son is actually going to 5, and I can tell you that he can describe if you actually see someone at the first instance. So he will tell you how this person looks like. So if you actually ask the child to describe what he or she saw, then he's going to explain the dress. And me as a member of this church, I'll be confused, like, Baoni, will you want to press cinema war, fila, kiloruka, then having the blue loins with a round. So I have to like, no, this is not right. So because of our argument and all, do I have to leave them because I have some other things I need to do? So I just speak to myself like, okay, let's look at this from the angle of bringing it to the church first. Honestly, in the Latin let's sensitize our people. Let's talk to the administrators about this whole thing and send out a public notification. Like, back in it is not us. So it's not because of I actually saw one person doing this and that. I sense that people are sinking into that kind of lifestyle. And to the glory of God, when we started the movement, it was so busy for us to even control the kind of feedbacks that we were getting. But because God is on our side, we could be able to like curb a lot of persons that actually involved in this nonchalant manners. But later, the church itself has a way of going around things, and there's no way you want to do such a thing. You won't step on people's toes, but you just have to put your mind there, put your commitment. When they say this and that, just the only thing you can do is to say, Emma, then don't let that distract your next principal assignment, because that thing is like a call. And if you have this vision, it's only God that can interpret it to you. Even though I'm telling 1,000 persons today that these are the reasons, you might not get it right because that is not the vision that was assigned to you. So it was just because I was able to interpret it to my team. Big shout out to all my team members that have been so phenomenal, because since the beginning of the whole thing, we sense that people are going to be like this. So we expect the backlash. Don't take that for granted.
I was going to have
You
that.
don't know. You don't take that for granted. You just expect it. So come in a small scale, come in a big scale, face. So a lot of backlashes and all, but we are able to curb them, and in the manner of respect and sincerity. Trust me, the church has really welcomed the idea. And I will see a lot of presentation around it now, which is fine. So let's just give it like maybe in the next 4 to 5 years. Trust me, it will be better than before.
But do you think that the church as a body actually doing anything about it? About the use of
I want to get the question right. In what aspect? So I will know where.
Okay, in the aspect of, we know that Celestial Church of Christ, we literally have leaders, both in the church or as a body, right? So do you think they're actually doing anything?
Doing well, are they? I want to get English right. Are you saying that are they in support of the movement?
You are single-handedly, exactly.
Are they in the support of the movement?
Right? So they don't abuse the
Sultana campaign.
Right.
Yes. I would say yes, and I have my proof for my yes. I really love that question, because a lot of people doesn't really know what it entails to set yourself on that kind of a platform. They said he that has a house should be very careful of those that doesn't have.
Okay.
Because one day too, you might also be homeless. You understand?
Right.
So during the whole thing, we have to talk to the leadership of the church, which come from the pastor's office. So we send out our letters to them, and to the glory of God, we got an approval from the office of the pastor. That was the first thing that actually gave us the strength to have a platform. When we do, I think I went for 3 different pastoral meetings: the council of elders, the meetings with the shepherds, and the meeting with the youth and the pastor. I think those 3 meetings were actually set up in international headquarters, K2. So I was there physically, and with some of my guys, so we were able to explain. Explain. Like, you need to let them know that this is what we are doing. So with all those explanations, and I was able to have some evidences around to go with, you understand, we do our digital presentations too, don't forget. You can't convince these people when they don't say the real story. So we do some of our digital, so it was like a very busy atmosphere for us. But because of we have this strength from above, which is God, we're able to move through, and we got the letter from the office of the pastor that actually stated that every department in the church, I can remember, that they also stand against the abuse of our garment. So that was our first achievement. So after we got the letter from the office of the pastor, so we now start doing our parish tours. That was where we got so much involvement. So we started the parish tour, and I can tell you for free, in Lagos State alone, I think during the course of our campaign, then we were able to reach out to maybe 40 parishes in Lagos. In Abeokuta, we did over 8. In Ibadan, we did over 30. Because we got to a stage in Ibadan, we only send our publicity material there. So guys are already there to go and do it. Ibadan, I would say that they really encouraged the campaign so much. I think it was Ibadan, we actually started getting people giving us funds. Yes, some LALA, Mokola, Zion, Okiayo, some of those parishes here, I can remember. Those are the prices that were actually like, okay, fine, take this token for your publicity material. Also, Ibadan, yes. I remember. And these are when you need people to support you. You know, not getting people that are giving you that ginger. You know, you say you go on like, okay, you just have to do this thing. So the pastor is actually aware. The MPIC, yes.
Members of pastors and council.
Yes, they are also aware. And I was able to talk to some of our daddies too, who are also member of the BOC. You know, we have to go to their offices. They might not be like, okay, you want to sit them down. Right. We go to their offices, we talk to them like, sir, this and they all love the whole thing. So that's all I can say.
I have about 3 questions.
It's fine.
I would like to shape it in a way that I want you to explain, but not so far. You understand? In the first instance, what if I will say, okay, let me put it this way, let me shape it this way. CCC happens to be the most, let me say it that way, the way it is. I think we happens to be the most popular white garment church. If you can check your findings very well. Presently,
I don't know.
Presently,
I wouldn't say
when you
yes
see
or no to
when you see people and they say preaching on and say I'm not selling, even though when they are not selling, they classify all the white garment as selling.
Right.
That is that. And from the look of things, from the Nollywood in the last 5 years or more or little or lesser, when you are trying to talk in a movie and they're trying to say something about church, you see somebody went to the church to pray. Most times in those days when I was growing up, it used to be Catholic or what do they call this? This is a Catholic Anglican that you go to a father in those movies we would watch that time. But lately, I think it has been when you go to church, they say, one Shewa Lossy church, it happens to be a select church. Wait, now, like,
interesting.
Yeah, you have a specific program. Like, church, they take you to select. So, from my own perspective, I've been thinking there is a way God is trying to market His church. It might not be palatable to our faces, but sometimes we now look like the symbol of Christianity. Because when you are talking about church, in any movie, they talk about Selenondo. And I was thinking, if we are trying to do those things, we should do it in a way whereby we don't cut it down, because it might be an artist of you understand? And now, when they do a specific thing in the movie and it happens to be church, just take note of what I'm saying. Selelo Manje, most of the time. And many of those actresses now, they now know our songs. Many of them, through those things, they've been part of this church.
But the fact is, are they portraying the church in the right manner?
Wait, let me now say this. In the Yoruba movie that me and you know, that we have been watching is Day of Kanayo. When you watch movie, if you happen to be a cultist or something, or witches or a wizard, they used to put the church in a place whereby I don't know if you get it. When they say you are possessed.
I just want to get your question. That's why I'm so quiet. I want to get your question.
Okay. So one year Jello enter Japan and below church or something. Or sometimes they say they're doing something bad in church. Maybe those are the places whereby you guys come like, you can't see they are drinking champagne in church, they are drinking this. But at the end of that movie, if you take your time, you find out there was an end result to those churches or that parishes doing that thing in that movie. They would just be like, they used to end the story in the situation whereby it will be bad for that shepherd in that movie or for that pastor in that movie. If you should watch those movies, but most times we see those movies like I can shepherd in church, but we don't take our time to watch the movie to the end, and that is one thing. So what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is, what if God it's time for God to now propagate the church? It might look like a bad business. For a marketer, they say there's no bad marketing, neither good or bad. Marketing is marketing. It might be maybe God is, I'm just thinking from my own perspective, maybe God is actually touching people's heart to remember the church. And for that call of the last salvation to manifest. Because like every month now, select topic the devil because we are just everywhere. I don't know how you see it.
Yeah, I think Zamani is trying to point out what the question is.
That's
for
what
him to answer.
I'm trying to say something towards what he was saying.
What
about,
he was saying.
Like,
okay, I get your point in the fact that you're trying to say that the end or the message you're trying to pass across should be the main focus.
What if
we
let me land.
Okay.
Let me land. So, for example, now he said something like he saw somebody putting on the loins supposed to be round and as content.
Mm-hmm.
The person who is trying to do that, maybe he might as well be aware of our full regalia,
but
was trying to confuse people who are watching it, so they won't say it is select or it's not select, because this garment we are putting on is not for select. No, I can go to a store and get a white material and sew something that doesn't belong to select. It is when I sew round or this or whatever. CNS put on this thing you are putting on.
Of course, we know.
They put on this thing you are putting on.
We know. But are you trying to say that? I actually think that the question should be for the guests, because I'm trying to have a contrary opinion to what you're saying.
The question is for him.
I'll have to wait till I get a question.
So
honestly, I'm still waiting.
What I'm trying to say now is, if we are trying to like cut those things off, like one garment, this one is meant for a specific thing, they are abusing it. Are you guys trying to look deep to be so sure it's an abuse to the name of the church? Or it's just another time whereby, because we are in the social media era, so you are now seeing more of your church on here somewhere, somehow. It's another way of God propagating the church to the people. You understand? So have you guys actually done your research and you're so sure it's an abuse?
To be honest with you, I'll have to rephrase your question in my mind, so I'll be able to.
Don't you understand that?
Because what I'm telling you is what basically people will say.
Are you done with that first question?
Yeah.
I thought your questions are 3.
I've actually matched two now.
If we match two together.
The other one
was
is
the first. Can you give me the highlight of the first one so I can reconsider the question myself?
The thing I was trying to say is it not? I said the two together. I said, is it an abuse, or is it that God is just using that opportunity to propagate the church in this era? Because now we all know.
Are you talking about those that are using or misleading the?
That is where it comes in. Are you saying it's misleading?
No, I'm trying to. I said I want to be able to rearrange.
Okay.
Because when you want to sell something out to me, I need to know the kind of product I'm buying from you.
Okay.
So the question should be something that, can I answer it, or you just say it as statement?
Okay.
So if you are saying that the question now, I should be able to like give you reasons to what you asked, right?
Okay.
So now the question you asked, like that person that did that particular thing.
Okay.
So you're asking me if that is an abuse.
Yeah.
Or God is using that person to propagate Celestial Church of Christ.
Yeah. The way they're using in their content. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not there. You know, I just saw the last part.
Yeah.
So what I'm asking is like, are you saying that sutana she wore is an abuse?
Okay.
Or God is using it to propagate the church? Is that your own question?
Yeah,
so that you know,
question.
no, that's not what I'm saying.
That's my question.
That is your first question.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the second one? So I can answer it together.
That's the two.
Okay, that is the two.
Yeah.
Okay, you're asking the first one, is it
like
an
when
abuse?
you guys so sure, is it an abuse?
No, like, is it an abuse?
Yeah.
And the second one, that is God using it as a way of propagating the church?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take it one after the other.
Okay.
Now, you mentioned something in your own statement that a lot of people can actually go to the market and buy white.
Okay.
And sew it to use it for whatever thing they want to do on air. Okay. If I may ask you this before we go further, have you ever seen anybody that actually wore a white presentation like this, my sister here, and mount the pulpit to say anything about the church, and people will not recognize the Celestial of Christ or CNS, Aladura? I want to know. Is there any other thing they will mention aside those two?
That was what I said.
No, I just want to know first. So we can differentiate between the costumier and the people that are using it as garments. That is the first question you asked me.
Yeah, I will assume it's a white garment church.
You said what? So let's not say that your assumption reached to power 10. So definitely we're going to have like 1,000 persons that are also thinking in your direction.
Yeah.
So definitely we have actually answered the question. The way and the manner you present the church, that is the same way to interpret to those people that doesn't have the knowledge about the church. So you can't tell me that the church wear a chef cap plus a blue loins on a round, and you're telling me you are using it to propagate Christ. Please, if you want to do that, why don't you just wear the full select clothes?
Okay.
Now bring out the content that will push what the church portray, and then people will buy it. Must you contradict it? When you are doing a conflict of reaction in anything, it is going to affect those people using it as a presentation. You actually wear a garment now, and you are drinking alcohol, and you are telling me that you want people to know that this alcohol can poison you at the end of the movie. I may not even watch
They
the
won't-
movie to
they
the
might not
end.
even see.
I won't watch
Exactly.
it to
They
the
might not
end.
see it that
That
way.
period I actually took that alcohol with that garment is my own content. Ẹ wá wò wọ́n.
Right.
Please, don't let us mislead or misinterpret what the church is all about. Just because you want to save your pocket and not God. Ojúṣàájú kò lè ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn.
Right.
You can't, no man can ever mock God. There is no amount of knowledge you want to have in this life. Once you want to use a business idea with it, God will destroy it immediately.
Are you sure?
Exactly.
Okay.
If God walk in the heart of man, you understand,
Okay.
he will never allow Moses to face those tribulations while he was saving his people. Moses did not offend anybody now. He offended God. But the people mocked him. Mo ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún ẹ, o tún ṣì ń bá mi jà. I'm working for your own salvation and you're still fighting me. But God was angry with him because why? He took up the courage on himself and he called himself God on earth. By way of default, you have actually abused God. That's what these people are doing. You said you want to sell out content to people to come to church, Abi, but you're abusing what Auntie has ìlànà. Ìjọ
I
ìletò.
didn't say they are selling because
No,
most of
it's
those
no. I'm
movies,
just saying
they are
it's
not
in the
God, they are not gospel movies.
No.
They are
I'm
not
just
gospel
saying.
movie, but they were trying to portray a situation of is either this or that. Like okay,
I think that's the same thing Zamani is trying to say. Why don't they portray the right thing?
Why don't they go to the market and look for something
Why don't they
else?
actually represent the church the way it is and they should use it to sell out their content?
But a lot of people will not buy it. Do you know why? It is not new to people. Celestial glory is the glory that everybody have one bit of.
Oh, right.
So they know that the man sọ pé wo tó bá dé sẹ̀lẹ̀ wà arógo is because that they knew that the church has its own glory itself. It has been ordained by God. So there's nothing you want to do. You got to lè gbé wá tó lè jẹ́ nǹkan àjòjì ní ẹ̀sìn àjòjì àbí ìwà àjòjì tó máa fẹ́ pa ìjọ yẹn lára. So people now like go and look into it. Before, the church has actually moved to the level that even all these pastors, they can't even compare themselves to your prophet or prophetess. Never. They're always scared. Wọ́n tó ní pé a ti ń gbé pẹpẹ yẹn, a ti ń gbé sọ̀kalẹ̀. So àwọn wà nínú orí ọ̀fẹ́. Now, ẹ ti fi ẹ̀sìn àti ìlànà lẹ̀. Àwọn ń jí kó orí ọ̀fẹ́ máa pọ̀. Ó ní pé kò dẹ̀ sí bó ṣe lè wà nínú ẹ̀ṣẹ̀, ó ní kó orí ọ̀fẹ́ máa pọ̀ sí kò sí ní it can never, those two things cannot work.
okay.
So that is the system that we actually want to adapt to. We want to give room to what doesn't look real. How can you tell me because of we want to bring Sele to the limelight? Sele àtọ̀dún wo ló fẹ́ go wá sí yeah, that's it.
You don't get what I said. There were two different things I said.
That's why I said I want to answer. That's why I actually asked you.
Wait. What I said was about the other lady that you said you saw putting on those. I said maybe that one was trying to disguise because he doesn't want to bring the name of the church. But those one I now said the other thing I said.
But why can't you think that the way she actually disguised or mislead people in a mode of dressing, 5,000 persons can actually see that and think that is the way we dress in the church. Okay.
If for example now, if you are putting on this thing, just like you said, Amore in this round, and you are putting on another chef cap, it might be the person who doesn't want to make reference to a specific kind of church.
But the
So he
fact
doesn't
is,
wanna wait
everyone
now.
knows that this garment is for a specific kind of church.
Everyone knows, but when you are
Yes.
trying to do it that way, ó ti mú nǹkan chefs orí ẹ̀, ó ti mú it's
Kò
just
ṣọ́ra
like
kò ṣe kìí wọṣọ chef yẹn kò ṣọ́ra wọ two-breasted shirt wọn kó dẹ̀ wọ trousers kó dẹ̀ mọ́ra shirt. Chef have their complete dress. They will actually have a two-breasted
because
shirt.
the person in the context of that, maybe he wasn't actually referring to as a chef, but maybe
But
as
what the
somebody who is
regard that the
spiritually
person is
inclined.
actually
But he
using
doesn't want to
is
make it
for a
look like it's
particular
for a
folk.
specific church or a
what
specific
the
folk.
person is making use
My
of is for a
brother.
particular folk,
It's just like now you want to do a movie, you want to do a policeman.
right?
You don't want to wear the police whatever, so they don't come after you because of what you want to say about the police stuff. So you now want to sew a black uniform.
We all know
Wait
that
now.
there are comedians that literally make use of police uniform in their what's the content, and they are being sued.
I want him to learn. I'm still
They
talking.
don't
That's
after
where I'm
them.
going now. So
Let
that
me-
is
let me
why
get
now
your-
they,
let me
when
get your
they want
point.
to sew
Okay.
that now,
Okay.
they do it in a way where when you sew the black and just say, but you don't put all those whatever.
But do you know that there is a right for you to use the Nigeria police uniform to do
I know
a particular movie?
You
If
inform them.
hold on, if you yourself deep down your mind you are going to sell them out.
In the right
in a positive way.
Exactly.
So why do you have to contradict the work of the police, or make people feel like this is how the police do their thing?
Because people know the way the police do their things, and when you do it that way, they know how they
So
don't like
that
it.
is what
That is
you are
what
answering my
I'm
question.
You
Baba
answered
mi.
You
yourself.
don't get it.
So
You don't get
the
it.
only problem I'm having with you right now
Okay.
is
You
this:
said
like,
it.
you don't want to understand that these people are selling sele.
In a bad way.
No, it might actually
It's
not
what
be.
you don't do that they are trying to say you are doing.
If the church, this is it, mi ò ní jọ́ mọ́ àlè
Mhm.
If you want to
tí
do
màá
it,
fowó sí ju ilé
I know,
bàbá mi.
right?
You
Okay.
understand? Even though my fault or the church that I actually represent is as dirty as pig,
Okay.
I will never come out there
I see.
and tell the whole world that this is how dirty my church is.
But if another church is doing, you can come out and say contention. That.
This is it. Let me tell you something. We are in a civilized world that you have the right to mind your business.
Okay.
Now, if the only thing I do in this church, thank God everybody can come with it, is like I fight or I preach against the abuse of the garment. I've never for once talked about why the shepherds need to live a life that doesn't have a meaning. Why the shepherd needs to marry 3 wives. Why the shepherd needs to have girlfriends. Because it's not in my jurisdiction. I don't need to involve myself. So there's a way you can mind your business.
That is because you don't want to. That means because you want to. Because the whole garment thing was not. It was not an idea that was somewhere before. You just like can you that you came up with it and you started it.
If
so
I
you
actually
can
want
as well came up with that if you want to. So anybody.
No, if you actually want me to
there's
do
no
that,
quota or a measurement that say
no, there is.
Zamani or Tombachi washer.
No, there's a
you
boundary.
saw it was bad and you're like. I'm not
the only one doing it. Maybe
That's
you don't know.
Actually, he's not.
I'm
I actually
not.
know other persons.
Auntie
in the
Deborah
fold
Oshofa.
that literally stands up for the same
Auntie
thing.
Deborah
Who started it
Oshofa.
all?
Let me tell you something. Auntie Deborah Oshofa, she has been in this movement over 12 years. Maybe you don't know.
Okay.
I was aware of the fact that when Auntie Deborah Oshofa, she's coming to any parishes, then if you don't see that Deborah Oshofa, they come. All those mama with it, like I could remember then 2012, 2013. I could remember she always have that kind of feelings that Ogbeni, if you wear anything anyhow in this church. Now social media influence that he make all this thing come be like we don't really care anymore.
Okay.
Auntie Deborah has been saying this thing way back. I could remember.
Okay.
But the thing is, there's a way you bring yourself out so that you don't step on people's toes. You might want to step, but be careful. That's why they always say tread carefully. So the only thing I will say to all this right now is that let everybody put all this into consideration. No time for us to start having problem around the church, but let's solve the problem that's already
in
the church.
Right.
So don't add problems to the church.
Thank you so much, Zamani.
Bring solutions
I
to the
think
church.
we still have to bring you back one more time because there are
It's an interesting topic.
amazing topics that he needs to discuss with us, but I think that will be next time. But before we round up this section, we need to quickly go on with our trivia questions because we are going to put you on the hot seat. You can't escape that, definitely. So, Loco,
This chair
But
cool
let us-
now.
before we even do that,
are you sure?
I don't know
Chair.
is there anything a project you actually working
This
on
chair
presently?
cool now. Why not
Or
you
something.
cool us?
It's-
Yeah, why you don't see there? Ale put it again.
My-
Ah, iná rè.
Ilé ìṣe náà ta lè fojú rí ìlú.
Iná rè lẹ́tí ẹ gan ọba.
Inú ẹ̀mí mímọ́ ni.
Ẹjọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká bá ní ẹ̀mí.
So, are there any?
Okay.
What about
Okay, like
projects
yeah,
you're on?
okay. Currently, I'm working on a major project right now. It's about a movie. Ìyàwó Olùṣọ́. Yes, Ìyàwó Olùṣọ́ is actually a project by FCBA Family Cathedral in Indianapolis. My daddy in the Lord, Venerable Superior, he doesn't like to use that word, but let me just go Venerable Superior Evangelist Kayode Nunayo. Yes, is the shepherd in charge, and my very good brother Kayode Ajasa. So the movie is about Christian life, and it also talks about the shepherd, what they face in their homes too. You know, they'll come to the pulpit, you know, try their best to bring different families together, different heads, pray for us, but deep down they are not also happy. There are a lot of rancor that is going on in their own homes too, but they're trying to manage it because they need to present themselves to the church as if nothing is going on. So this movie actually had a very spreadsheet about the lifestyle, you know, you get to learn more about the movie. So the movie is actually my major project for now. So I've been doing like a publicity stunt for it and putting in a more way that the Christian family, the Celestial family can also benefit from it. So that is the major thing I'm actually doing for now. So
where exactly can I stream this movie?
Yeah, okay. We right now it's on YouTube at CCC F Silver Family Cathedral. That's the channel. We actually had the part 1 release around June. So, but the part 2, that's the final part, is coming out on the 2nd of September, 2023. Yeah, there they can still wait, but before then, the subscribers can just do something very, you actually watch a movie part 1. This is what I always tell people. Even on this normal YouTube channel I do go to, I can't watch a movie and I won't drop my feedback. I there's no way I want to do it in this life. Once I go to your channel and I watch that movie, I don't like this movie is rubbish. So that at least people will be able to. But now once I just watch movie, I know. Please like and drop the feedbacks helps you to know what to work on. So we still want people to give us more feedbacks about the part 1. So when the part 2 is out, we can use those feedback with the ones we get to work on our next project. You understand? So I want my family out there, the good people of the Lecture of Christ, and all Christians around the globe to subscribe to the channel. That's CCC F Silver Family Indianapolis or F Silver Family Parish. Anyone is going to show. Then you click on the link to subscribe and watch the part 1 first. The part 1 is still there. So once you watch the part 1 by September 2nd, the part 2 will be out too. So let them just take their time and enjoy the movie. So
okay.
That's it, guys. The project, our guests for today.
So I have some t-shirt for the
Loko
and Yahoo Loko.
No, Yahoo Loko. Please,
Yahoo is actually the name of the movie.
So guys, please head out to YouTube. Go and watch Yahoo Olusho by our brother.
No, it's not my film. It's a project by.
You are handling it. So take all of the honor. It's not easy.
Your glory.
Take your flowers, please. Take your flowers. So I think we can now go into the trivia questions, right?
Why are you demonstrating all these
Okay,
things?
now.
Go away.
No.
He wants to run away from this.
Bring
part.
it
It's
on.
not possible.
Yeah.
Bring it
You
on.
have 5 questions from number 1 to 10, but you have to select 5 questions.
Number 1 to 10.
Yes, you pick out 5 questions and we do the honor by.
God is good all the
Is
time.
there any
Your
paper I'm
questions.
going to pick
Now
from?
just pick a number.
Wow.
Randomly.
Wow. Ó ní nǹkan tó wà ní ọwọ́ yẹn. Tẹ́pọ̀ ọwọ́ yẹn wà.
You would have.
Màá ti mọ nǹkan tó wà nínú.
Exactly. That's why we.
Okay. What's number 1 to 10?
Right.
Ẹ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ìlàjì 10.
Elijah 10.
That's fine.
That's fine. Loco? Should I? Okay.
Which one
Number
is
5.
Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan?
Number 5. When was the founder allowed by divine order to use the name El Pastoral, which means pastor?
When?
Again, when was the founder allowed by divine order to use the name El Pastoral, which means pastor?
Okay, when was the father allowed?
When was the founder allowed?
Okay. 1947.
Is that right?
I don't know now. You said you asked me a question and I give you the answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that right? Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I said 1947.
You're very sure.
Hold on, you don't need to ask me. That's my answer.
Wait. Don't worry. Your report card, as usual. We know how our guests do get their reports. You're going to see.
Madam, I said 1947.
Honorably, I'm letting you know that it's wrong.
Honorably.
Honorably. Your next question, please. Are you sweating already?
No, I'm just fine.
You're just okay. You're fine. Okay, you're still
I was
fine.
trying to wipe the questions away.
Because
I don't understand.
We've just started.
He said it's 5 now. You remaining 4. Is there
okay.
anything you want to ask me?
No.
Number before 5.
Number before 5.
Okay. When did the founder's father die?
Baba, read up. Read up. I can't hear you.
Okay.
What's my
When did the founder's father die?
founder's father died.
Yeah.
Even when the founders died, you ask me if I was born then. I don't know where. So is that my family? That's a family question issue. If
It's a question about the church.
no, that's not the
About-
question about the church.
Really?
That's the question about the family of the pastor. It's not.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
thought
the
you
not a
were part of the
question.
church.
No. The pastor. Okay, let me quickly say this. The
You
pastor.
are shying away.
No, I'm not trying to run away from the question. Let me tell you this thing. The pastor is actually the founder of the church.
Okay.
So any generation that come before the pastor,
Hmm.
they are never celestials.
Wow.
So anything that you need to give me as a related question to the church
Wow.
has to come when the pastor
Hmm.
is on seat or after the death. You can't ask me something about the New Testament in the Old Testament.
Zamani.
That question.
Even as
not my question.
giving birth to in 2023, if they ask history of 1940.
Mama me, that is not the history of the pastor.
Oh, it's
It is
not.
the history of the father of the pastor.
It's okay, it's
You
not
can't
We
win.
talk about the
it's
history
not-
of Nigeria even when we
When-
have not actually gotten
Exactly.
independence.
Is Nigeria a family?
Wow.
I don't
Your
understand
family,
you.
what are you
No,
saying?
we're a nation
Your
that is occupied by
your
different
next
tribes.
question,
See,
2-0.
We are a
No,
family,
no,
that's
like-
why
like-
the
hello,
nation
you-
is referred to as
Zamani.
Aha.
Let us
Please,
move on.
I'm not moving. I'm going to just stop here. Both of you feel that question.
You failed.
That question is not arranged.
You failed the question.
Ojoro Leshi, I didn't
Your
feel
next
it.
question,
That's
please.
because Pastor, 1909
Your
be pastor. Any go man gba ti baba pastor. Why who does that?
Your next question, please.
You people are not. Oh my God.
Zamani don't miss second question.
Baba me, I don't miss
No
anything.
time.
I don't miss
No
anything.
time. No
Your
time.
next question,
I'm
please.
not, after 5.
After 5.
You said
4,
that. You
that's-
said
No, I said before 5, and I said
Okay,
after
after
5.
5, that's 6.
Yeah.
During which service
Mhm.
does the third person pray for mercy of God and blessing?
During which service?
Yes.
That's new moon service now.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
I'm very sure.
Madam, move to the that.
You're wrong.
Eh,
I would even gladly give you the answer to
Yes.
this.
Don't give me any answer.
But you're wrong.
Give me my report card.
Your next question, 3-0. Wow. Can you guys?
It's a lie.
Zamani is trying to fail all of our questions.
Because of
proudly.
you people are doing partial with your question.
How
You
we
people
feel partial?
both of you failed questions.
We failed questions
Yes.
that we asked you.
Because you asked me when.
The question was for you, Zamani, not for us.
How will you
We
ask me
failed.
that question? I can't even go and ask about
do you
it.
need something to?
I'm
I think
fine.
Okay, you
I'm
said it's
fine.
fine.
No
Your
phone
next
is fine.
question, please.
Okay.
I've not asked number now.
I'm ready for you. I don't
You
say.
say okay. You want to read out question?
No, I want to look for you
God.
now. Say okay.
You
Yeah.
people mean me. You just give me.
Zamani, your next question, please.
You say I should pick number.
Yes.
It's number I will pick before you ask
Oh,
question.
yeah,
You guys
pick.
should
Ah,
wait now.
Alright,
body
we're
dey
waiting.
body dey
Kí ló
pepper
ṣẹlẹ̀
me.
gbogbo? How you guys all put me like?
We are waiting. That's
Yeah,
why I
calm.
told you earlier.
Give it
It's
to
an
you.
hot
Give
seat.
it to you.
Okay,
You said the seat
let
was
me
hot.
let me reason again. What's
Okay.
move 4, 5, 6?
Right.
So now I have to check.
Think. Okay. All right. Permutate.
I need to.
All right.
So how many numbers is meant for 4, 5, 6? So I have 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Right. So do the ones.
Mathematics.
Bring 9 from 10. 9.
9.
Leave it now, okay.
Make this guy know with that. This guy will not.
Oh,
Are
no.
you sure I read it? What is
This okay. Now you know I know you are very familiar
Baba,
with tenants
wait.
and the rules of the church. I know
Oh yeah,
that.
came in on the copy got there.
No, we cannot.
Honestly,
That's Expo.
which expo? No,
That's Expo.
the thing is, oh yeah, came in on Malema.
Zamani,
Okay,
that's
take
Expo.
it. No now.
What?
We
Because if I actually get it right, this guy here only fail before.
No,
Ah.
you know so much about the church and you are very
Loco,
familiar with the
with your
rules
church
and-
mind. Can you tell me that?
I know you know
You are reading what
you are
you are-
ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n, you understand? You're olórí ọ̀dọ́, you know those things. But let's go, my brother. Keep calm.
Ẹlẹ́dàá mi máa ń sọ.
Under what clause
It's
can
not-
the
it's not what you
supplementary history be found?
Excuse me, sir. When you started your question before,
Zamani, kindly answer the question.
it's a lie. I won't answer. Let me pick from your number 9. Before Loco, that's not what Loco started with
You want to speak
before
for
now.
my own number 9?
Yeah, because I think it's a different.
It's
It's
this
a
number 9.
question.
Let me change number.
You
No,
cannot take
you
number.
can't.
You let it out already.
Why?
Let me read it for you so you can get. Maybe you don't know. Let me rephrase
Exactly,
the
rephrase
question.
the
so you
question.
can-
Exactly, yeah.
That's
So I
fine.
can understand.
Under what clause
On that, like mass.
can the supplementary history be found?
Let me also. Is that all the questions?
That's what you see. You
Under
just
what
want
law can the supplementary list?
history.
Supplementary history.
Yeah.
Of which ones?
In front of our church.
Under what law?
Under what clause? That was clause. Can the supplementary history be found?
Wait, I want to ask you this simple question. Honestly, I have to be sincere now. Please.
You see our rules. You don't use questions to answer questions.
I'm not answering your question.
He's going to answer. He's
You
going to
don't
answer.
ask me about bill.
What's
What
your
happened?
question?
Don't ask me. Just answer question. Yeah, we are not here to. What are you saying?
Zamani, your
If
time
you don't
is
know,
up.
it fail
Your time
already.
is up.
Our people
Your
know.
next
But I
question.
don't know. One fail here.
4/5.
Ajá ìdílé yẹn tó gba 1/5 fún bí tó tún gbẹ̀bù wọlé.
Exactly
So
my
just
point.
do normal.
So,
Let's abi.
Your next question and your last question for today.
Please, can I just stop at 4?
No,
because
no,
okay. You said under what clause? Clause in what? Like I don't understand.
Oh, I thought you.
Okay, because you know that it's Zamani that is coming. You know it's
Zamani
ban.
from the
You know it's ban. Who is what has never been said about the church before? Children go take a magbuwa. You wanted to ask me question about the pastoral office.
We asked you question about the pastor. You
Nah.
said you don't know
You
about
said
the
you
family
asked-
of the pastor.
You said you family of
Zamani, you failed your question.
All right,
Honorably.
all right. Thank you.
Your last
You-
question.
you-
No, he wants to say something about that.
I'm not saying anything again. Anything I say here will be used against
You
me.
got to block.
Your last question, please.
Okay. But what was like God? My God will fight for me.
Amen.
Amen for us too.
Your last question, please.
Okay.
Pick number so that before you say we are picking something for you.
Okay,
Exactly.
no problem. Number 2. I think we're not
Number
done
2. Okay.
But these things are not questions.
They are what?
Just probably like put me on the spot so that if you like
I told
this
you
guy doesn't-
earlier
he's a
on,
lie.
Zamani, that it is
I
a
said,
very
come on,
obvious.
you said this
questions
You said it's not us.
that are related to
So
the
why-
church.
These questions are
And the
related to
clause is
church.
part of the rules. and
They are
standards of the
not.
church.
They
Which
are.
clause?
Because you don't know. It's only the money
you
aspect
requested for
of the
number
church,
2,
you
and I'm
know.
going to ask you your number 2. Please, kindly have your questions.
Abike, wait. Why is so nice? Like, what do you want to gain from this thing?
No, just to let you know that you don't know the
You want to
questions we
showcase
asked.
a brother.
That's
That
just
our
it.
brother is brilliant. It's
That
not
you
easy
don't
to
know,
be
you don't know
bad.
the
You
questions.
understand?
At least
Bad
some people
are
came
brilliant,
here
you know?
and they actually scored 5/5.
Yes,
Mm.
someone did. Some people came in.
Yes,
mo
so
ti
what
dáhùn
about
the
you?
team ball. Mo ti rí ẹ̀yin méjì.
So-
Wọ́n ràn yín wá ni.
Your last
I'm
question,
fine with
please.
you
Take it
guys.
honorably.
Honourably wo.
Exactly.
Number 2 ni mo don't go and read number 4.
You said
Number
number
two.
2 now.
Báwo mi fẹ́ mọ̀?
I
Ọtí
can't
mi ò
show
rí.
you. I'm
Ṣé pé
in my
tẹ
church
kí
mind.
n kọ́kọ́ tẹ tick kó tick 2 yẹn pé 2 ló tick
What
yẹn.
happened before sprinkling holy water on the child 3 times?
No wait
Okay.
please spread that
Ìlànà
question.
lílé yìí.
No, spread the question open.
What happens before sprinkling holy water on the child 3 times?
Ṣé during
During
ceremony
during
naming ceremony.
right?
Pé máa ń
Okay,
sọ̀rọ̀
what-
ìdá ọ̀hún ni mo lè gbọ́ ọmọ lọ sí church kọ́ lọ yà sí
Kọ́lọ̀
mímọ́
yà sí
náà.
mímọ́, okay.
Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ máa la ní kíní náà.
Asila,
Yeah.
during
Ó ti
naming
yé yín mọ̀
ceremony.
mẹ́rin nísìnyí.
What happened?
Before sprinkling of the holy water on the child.
Ah.
Mm. Can we call it a day already?
Ẹ̀yin dípò yìí nǹkan tẹ́ ṣe
No, this one is even simple now. I guess
eh,
you have a baby boy that is about 5 years and I know you.
And I'm sure you too.
Even if you can't see in the next 10 years, the YouTube will still be there. Say, daddy, me, and you are beating me. So this is used to score 10. But that's why
0/5.
Daddy, I look like you. I
Even
don't
if
need
we
to
should
know,
extend
baby.
this question to 10 questions, it's still
No idea.
0/10. No idea.
Yes.
Okay,
No
honorably.
idea.
Thank you so much.
I just put
We
the
just
new
said the
idea so
program
that
like that.
I will
Because-
make you people feel
Zamani,
comfortable with your
Zamani,
point.
thank you.
You don't know
Zamani,
it
thank you
now.
for
What
filling
is
all
the
of our
comfort about
questions.
this
We are
one?
proud. We are proud that
Please,
How
just
will
fill
you-
your questions honorably. And
I
Five
said no idea now.
Thank you. God bless you.
Hello guys, thank you so much for being here.
Ah,
Thank you for
yeah,
joining
yeah,
us,
wow.
and thank you for watching our
Please
brother
follow
fill
the
up all of his
boss.
questions.
Yes.
To everyone watching online, we sincerely do appreciate you. Thank
Yes,
you,
we
thank
appreciate
you, thank
Please
you.
don't be
We see
offended
your
that we brought a
comments.
bearded man that couldn't answer out of five. It's fine. It doesn't mean all of
Ignore
us
the
that we have
bearded
ignore him
man.
right now. Ignore.
Yes,
I have
but-
to be an man on my set.
Yeah, but
Just-
this one knows something. That one knows something.
Are you sure? Are you
You know.
sure? Should I put you on this seat?
No, we cannot.
Should I put you on that
What are you
seat?
trying to say?
Exactly my point.
Thank
Thank you so much, guys, and we sincerely appreciate your comments, your
appreciate you,
shares,
guys.
your
Thank
likes.
you.
Thank you,
Thank
thank you,
you.
thank
We
you, and a
love
very
you.
big thank you to Zamani for
Zamani,
joining
thanks
us
for
today.
coming.
Thank you for
being
putting
here.
me on the hot spot.
Oh, wait, I told you earlier you thought it was us.
No,
Because
no,
we're
Ordinary
only
chair.
for you.
No, I get
Nothing is
the
going on.
whole thing. It's just a family meeting. Lórí mi, like okay, when this guy is going to come, kò sí bó ibẹ̀ gbogbo mọ̀ nǹkan tó máa fún sẹ́. Ara máa lọ.
What did you say over
See,
5?
do you know why I'm
Wow.
actually pleased with all these questions?
Mm-hmm.
The moment you asked me about the founder's father, the one to be set
So
up.
it looks like a coup, right? Like we are
Nothing
planning
more.
At
So,
Loplan.
èmi yẹ kó sọ
a
pé
coup. Enough of
Zamani,
the G.
No way.
Mate, sorry, don't
So
stress your brain.
you've literally lost in your own mind before.
Yeah,
before
that
attempts.
question alone is just like help for me. Mo ṣe gbọ́ question àwọn ọba àwọn ilé ọbẹ̀
Hey.
Please,
How
our
many
audience,
millions?
don't be like Zamani. We love you. Try. Don't give up, okay? You can still make it. You can be a billionaire. Once you believe in it, you can do it. You can achieve it. Thank you.
Motivational speaker.
Okay?
Calm down.
ìsọnù àwọn ààrẹ.
Calm
God
down.
bless you. Hallelujah. I think when your prophet will come on, it's time to go the content.
And as you
Say
all
bye-bye.
know that we would want to have your takes on the guests you want to see on this show. Kindly let us know. Please tag them, drop your comments, mention their names. However, wherever, follow us on all social media platforms: Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Thread, Facebook. Wherever you see Celestial Diary, wherever you see celebrity,
Keep watching.
kindly
Keep liking.
follow.
Keep following.
Thank you so
Keep
much. I
subscribing.
remain your host, Abike Adeyemi, and this is where we draw the curtain for today. Bye. Bye.